It doesn't take a neurosurgeon to understand that people are getting taken advantage of. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here. Thank you for making it. My name is AntiMLM, and here on my channel we talk about Black businesses, artists, entertainment, and information. And today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite topics. You know I love my anti-MLM content, and we are going to be talking about my story, why I'm anti-MLM. Dun, dun, dun. My truth. Before we get started, make sure that you're subscribed to this channel because it's Black History Month and you wouldn't want to be caught slipping and being anti-Black, right? I know. Like this video if you'd like to see more like it, or if you'd like to just support a Black creator. That's me. Tell me about your story. If you have one, just tell me about your story. I would love to know what your connection is because we all have a connection, don't we? So this all starts probably, I would like to say like in high school, perhaps. I would like it to be on the record that none of my immediate family or like generally people that I knew were in MLMs. Also, here's the big spoilers that everyone is waiting for. I was never in an MLM, okay? Shocker. You may be shocked, you may not be, considering I think it's like dumb as fuck, but we'll save those thoughts and opinions for the end. Being that my story with MLMs kind of starts with high school. One of the like mutual friends kind of people that I had, I believe now looking back on it, he was in an MLM because boy, what the fuck? He was in like one of those like insurance ones, which is just like a straight up fucking Ponzi scheme. So love that for him. Didn't join, whatever, okay, fine. Then we have, let's say, I always knew about the ones like Mary Kay and like the door-to-door kind of like scammy sales type things. It's just like never something that was piquing my interest for obvious reasons, and like never something that I ever saw myself doing. Like I said, that people around me were not doing it. So it was very easy for me to like never really fall into that trap. And also because the information that I have seen from every single representative is absolute bullshit, and it is literally the dumbest shit I've ever seen. So I can't really get behind that, you know? I also would like to say that this is absolutely no tea, no shade to anyone who has fallen for the trap of being an MLM. I get it. Like, you know, I will never judge anyone. If it can happen to someone else, it can happen to me, whether that's good or bad. And girl, you know, it happens to the best of us. As long as you just get out, Stop giving them your money. Stop paying to work. I mean, is that a sentence that I really have to say? Stop paying to work? Like what? Literally, stop paying to work. Anyway. I forgot my ring. I did these nails myself. Don't look too closely and do not fucking take a screenshot. I'm dead ass. Anyway, so now we've moved on, and one of the girls who I went to high school with, fun fact, I actually went to one of her parties. Like I never really went to parties in high school or anything, but that was one that I did go to. I embarrassed myself, so is what it is. But anyway, so this bitch is, I guess we'll call her like, I don't know, Sam, right? So Sam joins Monet. Spoilers. Okay, so Sam is in Monet, and I'm like, okay, once again, not really knowing what it is after seeing her post for a while, because like I follow her Instagram, okay, fine, whatever, and like I'm seeing that she's doing this thing, and I'm like, that's not right. Like in my mind, anytime that I've ever seen anything related to an MLM, like I said with these representatives, it always is giving scam to me. Like it was always giving not good vibes, always giving literal pyramid schemes. So I was never taking it seriously. So I see all of her posts or whatever, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, what is this bitch doing? Like, we're not tight like that. So I'm just like, okay, queen. And this is also like right around the time when this passed, because what really got me into anti-MLM is, as maybe many of you, CC Suarez, you know, and like all of the people who are in the anti-MLM community really gaining popularity in the last year, 2 years or whatever. So that's how I was introduced to it. And then I was like, as soon as I found out this information, I was like, oh, there's a name for this. Like, obviously we know pyramid scheme, but people have to be like, well, pyramid schemes are illegal. Well, so is fucking crack, bitch. Anyway, so you like hear and you know about pyramid schemes, but I never knew about MLMs. You know what I mean? Like you assume that like, oh, this is a pyramid scheme, and like you assume that it's small. I think that's the that's the thing when you think about pyramid schemes. You're like, there's no way millions of people could be not only falling for it, but like infiltrating through this system. There's no way. You're not thinking about it as a system in the first place. You're thinking about it as like a small business basically that scams people. And then you're like, oh, that's fucked or whatever. And also, like, from knowledge of like Ponzi schemes or whatever, it would be like business to business kind of things, like inter-business relational. So it seems like something that normie people don't really have to deal with, except for it is quite the opposite, let me tell you. And if you've seen any of my other videos, and girl, you would know, which by the way, my T scam, my TLC video is getting lots of love. I appreciate that so much. I don't want Black women to get scammed, and neither should you. Make sure you subscribe. So this is around the same time where I find out this information, and I'm like, I mean, it's not good, but it's also none of my business. So, I mean, I guess I did not tell her, but also I found out that one of the Herbalife cafes came to like, not my like hometown or whatever, but like the surrounding area. And I was like, oh my good God. Like, I started to realize how many MLMs were around me, how many people that I actually knew like in my outer circle that were involved in them. And I'm like, queen, do you hate money? What? Like, do you hate money? Do you hate living, being able to live? Right. So, hear all this information. I'm hearing Cece. I'm seeing more and more people like falling for this bullshit. And I'm like, oh my good God, like this is actual insanity, right? Which also definitely inspired me to do my channel. I mean, I've had my channel for a long ass time, but I've done like a mix of like, I don't know, all kinds of different videos. And I haven't really had like editing software until this year because I got this phone, and I do film and edit everything on my phone, which is very, very tiny. So maybe if you subscribe, then I can actually get monetized, which by the way, I meant to tell you, sorry, we're taking a small break here. If you'd like to like skip forward 30 seconds, be my guest. Anyway, so this is a special shout out and a special thank you to everyone over on my TikTok. I never talk about any of my other like platforms on the other platforms because one, I feel like people think it's annoying, like the like promoing whatever, and it's just like I feel like hard to get people converted from one platform to another. So I have a lot of followers on TikTok, very, very little subscribers on YouTube, and like also very little Instagram followers. So I don't really have to talk about it because I want people to be there organically for the right reasons. You know what I mean? The kind of like TikTok comedy content that I'm making for Black women specifically, if you don't follow me already, you should. It's AAB Beauty. AAB Beauty. Okay, you know, right, like the B, the other B goes with the right. So I just am like, okay, people aren't really gonna want to like watch the different things. Like if you are interested enough in me, then you'll find me and then you'll want to watch more, or people will kind of like organically come to, you know, whatever it is. So I try not to do that anyway, but I was really close because I wanted to hit 700 subscribers, right, by February 1st, which is today actually. So happy Black History Month, by the way. You know, I'll be doing some shit for that. Good morning to everyone who's Black. Anyway, so I actually told them about it. I wanted to hit 700 subscribers by February 1st, and I told people on TikTok, I was at like 691, like I only need like 9 more people, and I was like, oh, like, can I do it? Because I just hit 600 at the end of December, so I'm like the end of January, you know, like another 100 would be great. Bitch, ask me why. You all, which hopefully I'm hoping you're seeing this, but you all like really actually surprised me, flooded me, and now we're literally almost at 900 subscribers. Are you joking? And as we know, having 1,000 subscribers is 1/2 of the requirements for getting monetized. So I am beaming, roses. I'm throwing roses. It's beautiful. It's awesome. I am living a life of luxury, abundance. Everyone that I know is thriving. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. I love it. I don't want Black women to get scammed. And also I'd like to think I'm funny and cute. So thank you for being here. Like I always say in my videos, I love you. Anyway, so moving on. Bitches in Monat and Mo Nutter Butter. And I am like, okay, go on about your time. I say something about the Herbalife Cafe, and I'm like, did you guys know that this was an Herbalife Cafe? Because I've got a lot of people following me from my hometown, obviously. So they do. And then how about, bitch, here's the tea. I want to say, I guess it was like the owner or whatever of the Herbalife, and I don't think I ever responded because I don't think I remembered, but I swear they messaged me and they were like, oh, like if you have questions, like I'd love to talk about it. And oh, because I was like, well, if I talk about it, then I would have to record it like for my YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Like, queen. Also, the ways that there's no like, I don't have questions. I have problems. You know what I mean? Like, I understand how it works. I understand what you're doing. You're in an MLM. Like, there's not any, like, you don't really have much more, like, pull after that. Because it's like, girl, you're promoting something that literally takes advantage of people who look like me, and you want to explain to me why it's a good idea? Don't think so. Not on this month, not on this day. So after all of this, seeing all of this craziness, I'm like, really now, I am deep in the anti-MLM train. Now, fun fact about me, I love to know about the most random ass shit. So I also am pretty deep into the Fundy Snark community. Shout out to Jen if you are one of her subscribers. I am. Love you. I do attend Limp Bizkit University, and I am a, what is it, like it's like something about like being a overweight, sexually broken loser. Hashtag vibes. I also love that, very into that. I do watch Jordan and McKay. They make ex-Mo content, like ex-Mormon content, which is very fun. So anyway, these are all kind of in the same wheelhouse for me. I am down all these different rabbit holes for like what reason? Don't know. Let's not talk about it. All these different rabbit holes, so now I'm really deep in it, and I'm like, this is actually crazy. So I'm now telling every single person that I know about this, right? I'm like, queens, here's what we need to look out for, because if it's this sort of plague, if it's like this, then child, I know people are getting got, and I don't want people to get got. So especially the people who I know personally, I made sure to tell everybody about it. I'm telling my mom, my dad. They're obviously like, yeah, queen, like we're not like in a pyramid scheme. And I'm like, but you don't understand. It's so easy. They trap you. I'm like, you're vulnerable. You don't get it. Like if you're in an emotional state and you are black and you just, So I'm telling everyone about it. So I'm telling my boyfriend, shout out to Greg, telling Greg's best friend, right, about it. Because he also just got a new job. So I've been told him about this, maybe like in the summer or whatever. Fast forward a couple months, ask me why this, I'll be sending this to him. You motherfuckers, ask me why he joined an MLM, or he got hired by an MLM to be a security agent at a company that does not have a headquarters and requires you to work 7 days a week. And you also have to pay. You have to pay to like buy the equipment in order to work for them. This is the same shit, okay? Even if like I didn't like go digging that hard. I mean, that shit's obviously a scam. If you have to pay to work, it's a scam, period. No ifs, ands, or booty butts, okay? So I'm like, I couldn't have made it much more clear. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't have made it much more clear. And then bitch, guess what? Then after I've already went on this rant and I've told everyone I know, including my cousins, my little cousin also joins Cutco. I'm like, are y'all not listening to me? Do you think, like, are y'all, what? And here's what I've realized, okay? In my journey in anti-MLM, which is something that I also really realized from Greg's best friend, is that he's like, oh, well, like people will say like, oh, well, if it's a scam, like, I don't care. I'll still like work for them or whatever because I need the money. I'm like, boo, what's not clicking? You're not going to make money. You're getting scammed. Like no one ever thinks that they're the one getting scammed, even if they get to the point where they're okay with perpetuating a scam in order for their own personal gain. Child, you're not getting any personal gain. That is how the scam works. That's how the scam operates. The people who come in don't, you know what? It's like how many times can I say it? The people who come in do not benefit from the scam. The people who made the scam benefit from the scam. It's not rocket science. And I would like to say that that is my biggest reason for being anti-MLM, is that it doesn't take a fucking neurosurgeon to understand that people are getting taken advantage of. Like I said, you do not have to pay to work. Hello. And that it is absolute bullshit if you have a dependency on recruiting other people because it's not working for you. It's not working for you, so why would it work for them? Riddle me that. So I'm like, okay, clearly you bitches aren't listening, and I need to make this about, like, I need to make videos about this. Like, people need to know about this shit, okay? And I also make these anti-MLM videos, especially because I call my channel just Black Commentary in general, because as you know, I've got lots of Black-owned brands, lots of just, like, everything's Black-owned, okay? If you go to my Instagram, I'm tagging Black-owned brands, I'm wearing Black-owned brands, taking photos by Black-owned photographers, I am a Black model, Black makeup artist, you know what I mean? Like, that's the vibe, you know what I mean? Like, that's the vibe. That TikTok where I'm like, this is for Black women, like literally, like this is for Black women, like that's like the point. So I'm like, First of all, you mean to tell me, because there's already nothing that gets my blood boiling more than systemic racism, oppression, unnecessary suffering of human beings by other human choice. Love that. Just kidding. Don't love that. So when I find out, just like every other oppressive system, they're taking advantage of minorities, people with disabilities, people who are dying of cancer. Are you serious? No. To me, no. That is not happening. I won't be standing here just doing it. I would love to be doing reaction videos, but the tea is, queens, I just fully don't know how, especially with, I don't know how to do that on iMovie on my phone. I don't know if that's even an option, put a video next to the video, If you know, then leave a comment below and tell me how I can do it, because I don't know. But it's very important to me to get this message out there. Like I said, I have never personally been in an MLM. It always seemed very shady to me. And if that's a disappointing thing for you, sure. I know that people, I'm sure in the future or whatever, will say oh, well, if you've never been in an MLM, then how do you know it's bad? Well, bitch, I feel the effects of the oppressive system every single day. It is my life. That's what happens when you are a minority of some kind. And dare I say, I didn't have to be around for Jim Crow in order to be feeling those effects. And so therefore, I don't need to join your dumbass pyramid scheme in order to know that you're taking advantage of people who look like me. And I won't stand for it. And I also know that there is we have a mall. We also have, oh my God, what is her name? I can't think of it, but all my fave Black women, and just people, but I think they're all Black women, anti-MLM creators will be linked down below. The ones that I'm watching, they are a lot smaller. The biggest ones I can think of, Savannah, Cece, what is her name? The blonde one who doesn't always do anti-MLM. She stopped a couple years ago. What the hell is her name? She's really cute. It's Chloe. I can't think of it, but you know the one. You've probably seen it. And those are the biggest ones. So I think it's very, very interesting to me that if minorities are being affected the most, that they still have the least representation in order to combat the oppressive system. You know what I mean? So I very much so, we stand all of our anti-MLM people who are spreading the word, getting this shit out there. But the facts are and regardless of if it's me or not, child, it doesn't have to be me. It can be Amal. It can be anyone, right? But I would love to see a popular Black or minority, Latinx, Asian, someone, Indian person actually be talking about the things that actually affect their community. Always, Marco loves to bring it up, but then it's he's also real deep in shit with what is the thing? Forex. Shit. Right. And he talks about it a lot as well, but I would just love to see more representation in the dissolution, of the system that is multi-level marketing, because guess what? We don't like it. We don't live for it. And if anything, it is most important to me that Black people are protected, safe, and can do what they want carelessly, freely, joyously. And that's what I'm here to provide. So that is my story. I have never been an MLM. Don't ever plan on it. I bet you know that one girl who was making the anti-MLM content and then joined an MLM. I can guarantee you right now, if you ever saw me in an MLM trying to recruit you, just know that hell has frozen over. That is actually my cyborg twin clone who has been I'm gone. I'm not on the earth anymore. You know what I mean? I'm not here. That might be in some sort of alternate dimension, but it's not this one, and that won't be happening. So I hope that you enjoyed it. It was kind of quick, but I just know people who have been in them, and they, shocker, lost money, just like the 99% of other people do. So if you don't want to lose money, if you don't want Black women to get scammed, then make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Follow me on Instagram if you'd like to see the looks, and it's follow me on TikTok. If I'm doing that plug now, don't know. If you want to laugh, if you want to have a kiki with me every morning, I always do a good morning, not every single morning, because bitch, come on. But in general, and people seem to like them. So yeah, that's my story. That's my vibe. Don't join a fucking MLM. If you want to give money away for free, give it to me. Give it to a GoFundMe. I don't know, a black trans woman. I don't know, anyone. Anyone, literally. Give it to a homeless person, please. If you're gonna give $300 a month to somebody, don't let it be another rich ass white man. I swear to God, bitch, I'm watching you. So that's it. Have a great day. Have a great life. Do what it is that you do, and follow me for more. Bye.